It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
G'day there, podcaster. Well, we've reached the end, friends. Not for forever, not for good, but for the next fortnight anyway.
Yeah, but we have got 5 tasty bottom of the notes for you. That'll all be fresh con, chili con carne. And then after that, the following week is going to be 5 segments packaged up, the best of. So it'll be the best impossible phoners. It'll be the best BS meters, etc., etc. So if you want like just something that if there's one particular segment you love more than others, keep an eye out for that.
Just something I wanted to flag quickly. Yesterday we had some radio students come in and observe the show. This is something that happens from time to time. Ben and I speak at the Australian Radio School. It's actually an award in our names. It's the Ben and Liam Award for. I don't know, what is it?
Excellence.
Excellence.
No, it's
Excellence.
it's creativity.
Excellence in every
creativity.
field.
Creativity.
Yes. Unfortunately, Belle does not have an award there, but we are working on that.
It's fine. I have no affiliation with there, so it's fine.
Yeah, but we.
I'm waiting for my sin one, but it's fine.
Look, Ben and I, just, we love the grassroots, and we're doing our bit.
Yeah,
just give them back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, inspiring. But anyway, so normally we do this like chat. I would say every 12 weeks or so. We chat to like
it's about every quarter.
probably like 20 odd students each time, and we always give our emails out at the end. We say, hey, look, if you've ever got any questions, or you want to send stuff over, feel free. And so sometimes people from time to time will send stuff they're doing at community radio or wherever, and give bits and bobs of feedback. Or sometimes people say, hey, we want to come in and sit on the show, and we go, great, that's something we can do. And
Belle, sort that out for us.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah.
You did, yeah.
So we had
Not a slave anymore. No, I'm
a
joking.
couple of lovely. See, that's the exact sort of chatter. We can't talk like that because we have an award in our names. We're held to a certain standard.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you can't talk about slaves and expect to have an
King
award.
Julian.
Or do voices like that. Quite frankly.
If only they could hear you in the office, eh?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. Said students were here.
Yeah.
Great. They asked a few questions, that sort of thing. And they sat, the team did a great job. And then at the end, they came in, the students.
Yeah.
And they were very lovely. They're both from Adelaide, and they'd come over to Melbourne. And so they were just asking like questions, and I think they were actually here when we were doing the last few breaks live, and then they heard the podcast intro.
Yes.
Where Ben passed a comment about Belle's eye.
Yeah.
And so that sort of got their attention. They were like, I think they asked, like, is there anything out of bounds? Like, how do you sort of do that? How do you go about, paying each other out? And Belle said, oh, well, there's a lot we can't say about Liam. And they both were just like, oh, really? Like, I was like, what? They both believed you.
I thought it was pretty funny, Bill.
It was actually funny. It was
Yeah.
very funny, but I'm like, I'm sure they were walking out the room going, what is that guy? What are the dark secrets of that guy?
I judged their sense of humour because they also
They are pretty funny.
Like they were both very funny people, so I was like, oh, they'll immediately be like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they got you to do a
To
Kermit
be fair,
impression.
they did twist my arm into doing a Kermit the Frog impression.
They got a bit where they film people because they do a blog apparently, and they said,
Apparently.
we have I haven't seen it, but I'm taking their word for it.
Katie the names.
And they said, the guys outside the studio said that you got a really good Kermit.
And I was like, oh, do they? I mean, I'm sure the guys out, because it's like, can't hear it soundproof, but I'm sure most of the chatter out there is talking about how good my impressions are. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, he's Borat, so good. I was like, oh, they said that? And I was like, I was so confused. I was like, did Zach tell you that? I'm like, I don't do Kermit. Like, I've never done Kermit.
But then
I had a lash.
being the guy you are, you obliged.
I obliged. Camera was on. The impression request was in.
You
Wasn't
did
bad.
really well though, just to do it.
Thanks. I reckon now I'm putting it back on Zach. I actually think you would have a good Kermit in you. You do have, you're pretty good at voices actually.
I've heard this before. It's not as good as you.
Can you do a bit of, because I was like, in my head, I was like, what does he actually say?
So I'm not going to tell the listener.
And we'll say Kermit 1 or Kermit 2.
Yeah,
Can we pick anyone but Kermit?
No, I think it has to be Kermit. That's the thing, because I was sort of like in the...
Well, who can you do, Zach? Just off the top of your head.
There's not many.
Give us one.
Give us
as an
your like
example.
top.
Say the name.
But I don't need to do my...
Herbert from Family Guy.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
The
But that-
caller from the other day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the
I think it's better if we do Kermit though, right?
It is. It's definitely.
Well, that's the thing.
definitely
That's the challenge.
So
Like
it's going to be
like
Kermit. Someone will be Kermit 1.
Kermit off.
and you
Can
just
we
need-
have?
I can't
Can we
remember
have
The K-hole.
a third Kermit? Can I elect a third Kermit by
Yeah.
pointing?
Yep.
Yep, get him in.
Just sort of. So
So the listener
then,
can just guess who that is.
yes.
We also have
Surprise
Scudder
Kermit.
and Jack, and obviously Zach have all come in.
Yes.
Yep.
And Newbin is.
Newbin's
You wanna
around
wait
somewhere.
for
He's
Ben,
around.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yep.
we'll be doing Team Member of the Week soon, so
Yep.
yeah, everyone's
We'll
coming
do
in.
this, and then we'll do Team Member of the Week.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
I
you're
will. I will elect the other Kermiter
Yep.
in the room, and then you can. Ben, you can just point at whoever you think is Kermit 1, 2, and 3, and
Yep.
then
Okay,
we
great.
can, people in the pod
And
squad
when you
can vote on
point,
their best.
when you point, is that when Mystery Kermit just goes immediately?
Yes.
What are we saying?
No, because the whole point
That's up
is
to
the
you.
third
What
Kermit
did
is
he
just
say?
try and
Third
throw.
Kermit is Mystery Kermit.
The third mystery Kermit is to try and throw people off. So
Okay,
once
sorry.
that person is in, then I'll give Ben the authority.
Do we want to
point at his
control? Do
Kermit.
you want a Kermit talking or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, get Kermit
What
up.
did we do this with once? We did this and people had to guess who was who.
We did we did clapping? No, we did who's got the best clap.
Is that what it was?
I reckon we
So
also did.
And then people in the pod squad had to say who was who.
Yeah, we have done some guessing before. You're right.
We also did who
It
has...
was like who coughed or something. Or
No,
like,
we had who's taken the pre-workout chewy.
Oh, who's taken the Guarana
That was a
chewy?
thing.
Guarana
That was
chewy.
a different thing, yes.
Do you know
That was
what?
a good
It's funny.
day.
There's a car on one of the streets I frequent, and I know that sounds like strip clubs, but it's just on
Collins Street?
it's on my morning walk, and it's like this big truck that's like Zoom energy gum, and it's like anyway. So and then I got into work yesterday, and I sent a photo to Sarah because I was like, I'm being followed because the Zoom energy gum was parked like down below.
Is that the blue one?
And then she texts back and said, Scudder lives on Brighton Street, which is the street that we, anyway. And so, well, I thought it was funny.
What in the dog?
But then I was.
I get it. No, I
Oh,
get it
no,
now.
she was
I
just
get it
making
now.
a
I
joke
get it
because
now,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, like it's your work car park, so it's like, oh
Yeah.
wow, and then and I was like, it's
right.
funny you say that because Scudder is the only person I know who's had an energy chewy before. I didn't, well, and Jack, obviously Jack was the one who bought them.
No, other way around. Oh,
We are very time poor, so
Okay,
this
we are
is
time
what
poor.
Kermit sounds like. I haven't heard the audio yet.
We take you now to Kermit the Frog with another fast-breaking news story.
Is this microphone? Hi all, this is Kermit the Frog of Sesame Street News.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. That was not what I think I was doing.
He's doing a
Bert.
news voice.
I think I was doing Bert or Ernie last night. I forgot what he sounded like.
All right, here we go. Kermit number 1.
Oh, this is Kermit the Frog. Oh, hey, Kermit the Frog doing the news. Hey, Bert.
All right, Kermit number 2.
This is Kermit the Frog. I love Miss Piggy.
Kermit number 3.
This is Kermit the Frog here
Okay.
on Ben Lehman Bell.
Great work, Kermit. Obviously, one was me, one was Zach, one was a mystery guess.
Should
Which
we
one
let
was
people
1, 2, and 3?
decide in the pod squad?
Yeah, and then in 2 weeks, when we
The biggest
in 2
cliffhanger
weeks,
of all
we're
time.
like, who won that Kermit off? Maybe Scarter, we could get you to clip the audio so we can have it there ready, so we can refresh ourselves in a couple of weeks when we're back from
Kermit.
holiday.
Yeah.
Or we just reveal it right now?
I think we just.
How about we?
I think it's a good thing.
Good
to let
look.
it
Yeah,
cook.
I like
Let it
that.
cook.
Yeah, get it, let it cook. Yeah.
Let it cook.
All right, let's get to this.
Let it simmer.
The team member of the week. It'll probably be Ben. All right, then, let's get started.
I can go first if you want. I've already thought of it.
Nice.
I am going to give a dishonourable mention to Belle because she was filming a personal video during work hours. It was like a day in the life. So DHM.
Yep,
I'm going to give a honourable mention to Newbin for doing all the hard work with Herbert. Appreciate that. There's a lot of work that goes into that in the back end. So thank you very much, sir. And Ben has just walked in, so hello, sir.
Sorry, I was doing more Herbert work.
Oh, you missed this. Well, speaking of Herbert, you missed this good Kermit stuff. But
I heard it.
You
It
did
delayed
it?
me coming in.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's hard to know who was who.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the fun of the
Mystery.
game. And we'll all be revealed in 2 weeks.
But I'm going to give my vote this week to Belle. Because you filmed a video and you put yourself out there, and I thought that was nice.
Oh my god, Ben, thank you.
It's all right.
Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
No worries.
Wow.
Scudder.
A honourable mention to Old Ben yourself.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, it's only an honourable mention, not an upvote, because yesterday you said, "Hey, I'm going to play this opener that's not allowed to be in the podcast out of a different fader to make it easier for you when you edit the podcast." I was like, "Great, doing me a solid." Unfortunately, you then went back to muscle memory, played it out of the original fader, so it didn't make my job any easier. But the thought was there.
I think if I remember correctly, Scud, I buzzed to you and said, "Hey, Scud, I'm playing it out of Zeta." So basically, long story short, it means Scud's job's easier. I said, "Hey, Scud, I'm playing it out of Zeta, not the hotkeys." And you said, "Oh, yeah, give it to me, Daddy." And then I just forgot to do it.
Correct. You got too horny.
And I regret calling you Daddy. I think I might have thrown you off. But my vote is going to go to Jack.
Hey!
Yeah!
How are you, man?
Now, I'm not sure if this is allowed, but it's for something that hasn't happened yet.
We've done that before.
Well, I mean,
think.
it's been planned, I guess.
Well, it's for the planning of this Sunday, because I'm watching Jack's favourite TV show ever. He's actually got a tattoo of one of the characters, and he's bringing the Blu-ray around, and we're going to have KFC on Sunday and watch...
Talk business and
Arcane.
talk Arcane.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, Scott.
Ben.
That's so on brand for you, by the way. Blu-ray,
Blu-ray,
Arcane, and
Zinger box.
KFC. Hell yeah, man. Sunday well spent.
God's Day.
My vote this week goes for Jack.
Running away with it.
On the weekend, he got an eagle at golf.
Oh, shit. Nice, man.
What is that?
Eagle is when you're playing a game of golf and you get it in 2 shots less than par. So if you're supposed to get it in 5 shots, you do it in 3.
That's decent, bro.
Yeah.
So it was a par 4.
And you got it in 2.
Yeah, I got in 2. It was a chip in from 90.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Shit, man.
So
That's
it was a good day of
decent.
golf.
Yeah, it was actually.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes, I also will be giving an honourable mention to Belle for putting herself out there. I thought that was I enjoyed that. However, I will be giving a dishonourable mention as well. So it's at neutral honour for taking a work call at 4 p.m. So
Ben took a personal call before.
Oh, all right. I didn't see it.
That wasn't scheduled
And I
during
left the
planning
studio
hours.
so he could.
No. You said I need to do a wee, and my phone rang as you said that, and
No,
I
your
said
phone
great.
rang and you said,
No.
"I'm going to take it," and I said, "Okay, I need to do a wee. I'll go."
No, I think it was the other way around. I think you
they
needed
do.
to do a
I
wee,
think
and I
they're
thought,
connected.
you know what, I'm super efficient and effective with my workload, so I'm going to take this call while Belle's doing a wee, and Liam was busy. But I will cop that in the chin. Yes, I did take a work call from Yarra Valley Water.
What did I have to say?
Had to get a meter read done.
Good meter.
I don't know, I haven't got the result.
Bad call then.
yeah. Look, this week there's so many people that could get a vote. Really, like we cooked up some great stuff together, Scott. I thought this week, Newbin, you had some great ideas. I believe it was you who steered me into the direction of calling the gym in Mildura, which is a really fun bit. I loved that.
Gymmer.
And I was like, geez, who am I going to vote for? Who am I going to vote for? What am I going to do? And then I got a message today from Jylan, which is also a hybrid name. So Jylan could be called Jylan, listener of the show. Appreciate that. And he just, I thought it was actually really nice because he just reached out and reminded me of my content retrieval trip, which I'm giving up my holidays for. So a lot of these guys, like Ben's got a couple of weeks off with his family. It's really nice. Belle's like, she's got a week off and then she's doing this relaxing PG thing. I've actually given up, much like I gave up my birthday dinner, I'm giving up my entire holidays and I'll be flying out this weekend. Business, because I'm on business. I'm doing business. And what I'll be doing is retrieving content. Doing some topical stuff. The first Oasis show, I'll be there so I can talk about that on Drive.
Who are you voting
for? Glastonbury. I'm voting for myself for my content.
Shit, I thought you voted for Jylan.
No, thanks to Jylan for reminding me. He was like, it's very selfless. It's like the 3rd time you've done this year. And I said, thanks, Jylan. It is. And it's actually hard to get some me time because it's all work. So
you taking any work gear over? Did you need all that work gear?
You need that OB
mate,
kit?
yeah, mate, I can do some live crosses. I can do live crosses.
Pretty sure business you get 40 kilos, so you can pack as much
Should
in
be
there.
I
as
can
you
pack
want.
as much as I want. Yeah.
OB
Well,
kits.
to be fair, I'm coming home not on business because the party's over by that point. The business is done. You know.
You fly
So
back
business is
on a Monday?
party.
I'll be back on the Monday for the show. Yeah, as long as there's no delays.
Oh.
No, I get home late Sunday, early Monday, sort of like within that sort of
12:01
crosshair.
AM.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just a bit of a pat on the back for myself. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks.
Zach.
I'm sure Zach will probably, now that I've reminded him that, look upon me favourably.
Joel.
Yeah.
A close second.
Yep.
I very much appreciate it. No,
Yeah, thanks,
no
mate.
honourable mention. Honourable mention to Jack for his eagle. Very cool.
It's actually
Or a
very
vote.
cool. It's a cool
Is that
thing
a
to
vote
do.
or an honourable?
Honourable.
Okay,
Yeah,
sick. Very honourable.
me and some random guy got to witness that. It was
Oh, yeah, random guy.
It was pretty special. My vote this week goes to Newbin.
Whee.
Yeah, we played that round of golf. I messaged him the next day and said, "Hey, do you want me to send you some money?" And he said, "Nah,
That's honourable.
chip change.
That's actually
Maybe for you."
honourable.
Nice.
Is that chimp change?
Chip change.
Isn't it chump change?
Never heard that. Never heard chimp change.
I'm pretty sure it's chump change,
Chump
dude.
Monkey cash.
What is have you been saying chimp change this whole time?
It's definitely chip change.
It's chump.
It's chump because it's like
Jamie,
you're
can
a
you get that
chump.
for
Like
me?
it's
Not when you
What
upload
is
someone
chip
like that.
change?
Chip change for sure.
like monkey money.
Monkey money is hilarious.
It's monkey money.
Chimp change.
Maybe they're both a thing.
No,
What does it
it's
say? Does it come up
it's
with
definitely
chump
chump change.
It's a digital banking platform, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't
about
know.
mail?
I think chump
And
change.
I'm very grateful for that.
Very good.
Good to get chump change comes up a small or insignificant amount of money. And
Yep.
chimp change is like a crypto bro.
That's funny.
Anyway.
So you paid for your golf with crypto. Interesting.
We've all got our little knick-knacks and stuff. It's,
that's a real
spots.
bone app the teeth.
Yeah, damp squid kind of gear.
2 more votes to go. Belle, you're up next.
Yeah. Well, I would just like to take a moment to acknowledge that Liam
Thank you,
gave me
thank
this
you.
honourable
Oh,
mention
sorry, it's not where I
to
thought it was
take
going.
a 10-minute phone call when he took an entire day to get a cam up the arse. But God forbid I
Brave.
took
All right,
10
you
It's
don't
minutes.
need
brave.
attention.
It's actually brave, and I think more young men should be
Insane.
following in my footsteps and taking care of their health. You know, because we lose too many people. It's just another honourable thing I did this week. Overlooked. Thanks, mate. Yep.
Wrong turn.
struggle.
But keeping on that same
Lucky
day,
my seat reclines this weekend because my ring. It's been given murder this week.
Yeah.
The wife like bed, surely.
Yeah.
It's so
Chuck it
funny
into
that-
Mountain Dooms. Yeah.
you're flying business class and
I'm not paying for it. No,
okay,
it's
okay,
no,
free business
it's a
class.
points thing. We've been saving points for ages.
Right.
You know?
For business.
Years.
Well, I managed to get
That's for
enough.
business.
Tax write-off.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Whereas at the same time, I managed to get enough points to get a Jetstar flight over to Fiji, which I'm very excited about.
Nice.
But I'll think of you when I pay for my $10 cup of wine.
Well, I actually find Jetstar's wine variety affordable and actually very
Especially
fulfilling.
now that they're 21, you know.
That's it. Always said that.
We
Is
get
it ironic that Jetstar pay you so you can fly probably Qantas or
I don't find
Qantas, they're owned by
No,
Qantas,
yeah.
right?
Sorry, anyways.
yeah, Qatar, yeah.
Yeah, we were friends with Qantas and Jetstar.
Yes.
So it's basically a big family.
Oh, that's true.
One
But
world. Qantas and one world.
I will be giving my vote
Yes.
for having
Yes.
for having a good show, and it went really well on Tuesday to Ben.
Nice.
Didn't see it going that way, but that is a good
Didn't
vote.
you?
That's
You had the
honourable.
whole day off.
Didn't see it going that way.
No, we finished that show, and I said to Ben, that went really quick, and it felt fine. And yeah, thank you.
It was
for
the least
that.
stressed I've seen you with a
Nice.
person down.
Thank you.
Jack.
I first of all thank you for the kind words about the eagle. All we had a nice day of golf, so honourable mention to Zach and you Ben for hitting a stick and the random Matt. Bit of a character, but hey, can't win them all when you're getting 4. But my vote will be a reciprocal vote to Scudfish for a beautiful weekend ahead. Essential KFC Zinger box and Blu-ray.
That means Jack takes it out.
Jack. Yeah, brother.
What was
This is
that?
when we did
What was that exchange
Was
of
it-
money?
Oh, okay.
Hang on, was that Was $10 just changed over? Did you pay him off?
Not sure what you're talking about.
No,
Is there?
I think you'll find the money has stayed in the same pocket.
What has happened
God bless
there?
everyone. Have a great weekend.
There was a bribe at the
Did
end.
Jack pay for a team member of the
There
week?
was a bribe.
Because I think everyone here was like, obviously Liam's giving up his holidays, like he's going to win team member of the week this week, and then just no
You
one
had
saw
a
it
whole
coming.
day off this week.
Yeah, she gets
Medical
important.
day.
Yeah, he took one up the butt.
Medical day. You had a day off last week, but I don't mention it.
You imagine when Toby dies? How are you going to be when Toby dies?
now we have to just let that sit for 2
Now we
weeks.
have to vote again.
Oh,
No.
you pushed me to it. You pushed me to it.
Why can't we say anything mean about
Bill.
Liam?
Not cool.
Come on, man.
Cool, Bill. See ya. See you in 2 weeks.
Yes, in 2 weeks. When the Kermit the Frog game will be revealed. So, eagerly waiting that one.
And that's it.
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.